Subway NFL postgame show on CBSSports.com, and A.J. Feely was picked off the first pass against the Patriots and the first pass against the Seattle Seahawks, and then he was picked off 3 more times in the game. Seattle goes into Philadelphia and wins 28-24 to get to 8-4. Meanwhile, the playoff hopes for the Eagles are starting to falter very, very quickly. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, NFL.com's Pat Kirwan. Glad to be with you on CBSSports.com. And, you know, Pat, all the talk this week was, hey, maybe we got a quarterback controversy. A.J. Feely played great at New England. Look how close. He threw 3 picks to Lofa Tatupu and 4 picks to linebackers.
And I'm not here to say I told you so, but there's a reason he's a backup. Nice backup. Guy can function, come in and help you win a game, save a game, but he's a backup. Donovan McNabb is your starting quarterback, and you're happy to get him back ASAP. A.J. Feely now has 7 interceptions and 93 pass attempts. Donovan McNabb only has 6 in 326. That's all you need to know. You get Donovan back in as soon as possible. I'm glad Lofa Tatupu saw him play. I'm sure Lofa was very happy today because he picked him off 3 of the times. And I thought, here's what I saw him doing. Lofa's a smart guy. He's dropping into coverage, baiting A.J. to throw the ball inside. The first one was to the tight end you talked about. Then it was to the slot receiver. And he was just making A.J. think that little seam on the right-hand side was open and to take it. And Lofa jumped him all the time. And then Lofa put the fire out at the end with the one down by the goal.
And that was the end after a 64-yard punt return by Brian Westbrook to set up Philadelphia down 4 on about 1:30 to go at the Seattle 14. Then A.J. Feely throws his final pick and then ended the game. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this is a great win. This is their 4th consecutive win. Matt Hasselbeck's got the team going a little bit here. Offense in the second half was not very good, but what they did show me in this game, they can run the football.
Well, I've said this in the pregame show. I thought Maurice Morris is the spark they needed. I was not excited for the Seattle Seahawks that Shaun Alexander was coming back. Shaun Alexander of years past was a great player. That's not who's playing right now. Go back and watch this game a second time. This is a guy that's not bursting through the line of scrimmage. Maurice Morris comes in, he sparks the football team, has a big run to help set up this win. And I like what he does when he's on the field. This is a Seattle team that came east. The last time they flew east, they came to play the Steelers and got shut out, 21-0. And they come into the east. It's hard for them to do it. All these West Coast guys have a hard time. It is the 3rd time in a row, though, Seattle has beaten Philadelphia in Philadelphia.
And the last 2 times they shut out the Eagles on their home field. One was in '98, the other in 2005. So, you know, both those years the Eagles didn't make the playoffs. You may be looking at that again this year. The other part to Seattle right now is the way that they're hitting people on defense.
Well, they're physical.
They're very physical.
They are physical and they're fast. And I think whenever I see that combination late in the year, you know there's injuries around and everybody's struggling to keep healthy, when you see teams start playing fast, like Tampa Bay, like Seattle, I promise you they have reduced the package. They're not trying to do 100 different things. They're not trying to scheme in a lot of defenses. They're trying to keep it simple and play fast. And I guarantee that's what's going on right now. And they're getting pressure from Pat Kirwan and those guys up front.
Seattle 8-4 on the season, Pat. They will have a good shot to get a home field game in the postseason. Do you like Seattle to maybe upset some people here in the
Well, playoffs? I like Matt Hasselbeck as a guy who knows how to distribute the football to his receivers. Remember, they're moving the ball quite nicely right now, and they're doing it. In the first half of this game, there was no defense. I turned to Jason and said, these guys, it's just a shootout. And eventually it slowed down, and Seattle was able to play some defense. Do I like them? I think they need DJ Hackett back on the field, and they need to commit to Maurice Morris for 2007. Then I like him.
Well, his touchdown run was the game winner.
Right.
And it was just a nice little toss to the left side that went for 46 yards, and nobody could catch him. There's that burst you were talking about earlier. For more on this game or any other in Week 13, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. Watch everything else on the NFL Network. Seattle 8-4, Philadelphia 5-7. For NFL.com's Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.